For those unable to read due to blindness or some other handicap, the Valley Radio Reading Service is a godsend, providing news of the day and more every day through special broadcasts. I spoke recently with two Valley Radio Reading Service board members and the executive director of the organization, Barbara Lowe, to learn more about what they do and some changes coming to make the services provided even better.
We are a nonprofit broadcasting service for those who can no longer read for themselves. And we broadcast local news and information, and we are reading actually the Springfield Republican every morning live from 9 to 12. And then we rebroadcast and also have other local publications that we've pre-recorded from the different towns in the area. And we cover the Pioneer Valley, which is Hampden, Hampshire, and Franklin counties. And we provide that 5 days a week, and we have over 50 volunteers from the community that are doing this for us every day and providing this service. And it's something that is not available. It's unique in the Valley. No one else is doing it, and without it, as you'll hear, without it, many of our listeners would not be able to get the local news and information that we all take for granted. Because just imagine if you woke up right now, if you are able to read, if you wake up every morning, think of how much information you are taking in all the time. Mm-hmm. And for people who cannot read for themselves, because of macular degeneration, maybe a veteran who's come back with a head injury, or someone with Parkinson's who's gotten to the point where they can't hold something. This is a way for them to really stay vital, keep their quality of life, and it's essential really to maintain your sense of self and your relationships, even with your family and friends. I think if you just didn't have that world open to you anymore, you wouldn't be able to have the conversations that you've had before.
Right. I'm going to jump in now because, excuse me, one of the reasons we got you in here is because it's a big change coming. You are no longer going to be known as Valley Radio Reading Service. What's the new name? Why the change?
Thank you. And it's going to be Valley iRadio. And the whole reason for that, we've been in the Valley for almost 30 years, and a lot of changes have happened in that time, not to mention 21st century technology, Americans for Disabilities Act, all these things that now require that we make everything even more accessible and with more options for how you're going to get that news and information. So we wanted to make the change to let people know that we're keeping up with the times and that there are going to be so many options now and also people who are challenged want more options. They're no longer expecting someone to read to them or even read with them. Now they want to be able to do that for themselves and maintain their independence as much as possible. So we're going to be doing many different things. You can access us now on your cell phone. You can, our website is in development so that we'll be able to be having more live streaming and all kinds of things that people expect. And so we just need to change with the times and let people know that also that we are radio. And a lot of people have thought we're audiobooks or whatever, and so we just need to keep up with the times, and we think a new name is going to be really helpful with that.
Larry Humphries, let me turn to you. You're a guy who the written word was very important to read and to produce for many years. I know you were involved in publicity for Jacob's Pillow Dance Festival here in Western Massachusetts. You're a board member, and they made the point to tell me, they said, remember to say he's a listener of Valley Radio Reading Service. What's it mean to you to have this service every day?
It means the world to me because I can hear and know what's going on around the world, mainly around Springfield and vicinity. I cannot pick up a newspaper and read all these different articles. And so I wouldn't know what was going on. But with the radio, I listen to it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and I would be lost without it.
Pat Duperre, you also serve on the board, and my understanding is it was a family situation that got you involved. You have a son who became legally blind at the age of 40, and so the reading service became important to you and to him.
Correct. He had a massive heart attack. Actually, it was at the age of 44.
Excuse me.
And he is legally blind. He is a remarkable man, and this is a great service. I love doing it. I put myself in my son's place, and I just think we do such a great service for people like Larry. I enjoy it. All the volunteers we work with are wonderful, wonderful people.
Barbara Lowe, the thing that has impressed me a couple times, and I don't know, for folks who may not know, Valley Radio Reading Service is housed here in our Channel 57 building, and occasionally been down in the area of your recording studios. And you're not just doing the news headlines, you're doing, as Larry Humphries mentioned, obituaries, so important for folks. I was down one day and they were reading the shopping circulars for a number of the supermarkets. You're really trying to give folks what they need to live that day.
That's right, and to live as much as possible the life they want to live independently. So that's why grocery ads, again, a lot of the things we take for granted are things that we provide on a regular basis to them, and they count on us. And we have different teams of people that are reading the Springfield newspaper live, as I said, Monday through Friday. These are people that have been volunteering together for years, and they're good buddies. And we like to think of ourselves as a more personalized, customized radio for our listeners because their needs are different from mainstream media. And also to be able to get all that in-depth, more detail about what's going on in your town, then that's why it's really important to read as many local publications as possible. And also now with 21st century technology, we're doing remote broadcasts. So we're going to places like the Forbes Library in Northampton that got a federal grant to teach people about all the latest with accessibility with their smartphones and their computers and all that. And it's phenomenal. There's a room full of people that probably never knew that they were going to be able to use these kinds of things to keep their lives as normalized as possible. And there they are, learning all of this. And of course, we have aging baby boomers who are soon going to be diagnosed with macular degeneration and a variety of things. So we're keeping up with the times, and that's really what the message that we want to get out there with our new name, Valley iRadio.
Well, Valley Radio Reading Service, soon to be Valley iRadio. Believe it or not, all the time we have. Thank you for what you do for the community. Thanks for coming and sharing your story with us today.